We begin with the final day on the job in the Trump administration for Elon Musk. The billionaire who once referred to himself as the first buddy got an Oval Office send-off yesterday that didn't sound very final.
Elon's really not leaving. He's going to be back and forth, I think. I have a feeling. It's his baby, and I think he's going to be doing a lot of things.
I expect to remain a friend and an advisor, and certainly if there's anything the president wants me to do, I'm at the president's service.
Friend and advisor, Musk insisted that the work of DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, would continue even with him out of the picture. But his White House exit was overshadowed by bombshell reporting from the New York Times that raised questions about his behavior during the campaign last year. The Times reported that as Musk became one of Donald Trump's allies, he was also using drugs far more intensely than previously known, according to people familiar with his activities. NBC News has not independently verified the reporting, and the Times notes it's not clear whether Musk's alleged drug use continued while he was working with DOGE. Quote, Mr. Musk's drug consumption went well beyond occasional use. He told people he was taking so much ketamine, a powerful anesthetic, that it was affecting his bladder, a known effect of chronic use. He took ecstasy and psychedelic mushrooms. And he traveled with a daily medication box that held about 20 pills, including ones with the markings of the stimulant Adderall, according to a photo of the box and people who have seen it. Mr. Musk had been using ketamine often, sometimes daily, and mixing it with other drugs, according to people familiar with his consumption. The line between medical use and recreation was blurry, troubling some people close to him. Now, Musk has previously acknowledged being prescribed ketamine to address his mental health. Late last night, as he returned from Pennsylvania, President Trump was asked about the report.
Were you aware of Elon Musk's regular drug use?
No, I wasn't. I think he's fantastic. I think Elon is a fantastic guy. And
are you troubled by these reports?
I'm not troubled by anything with Elon. I think he's fantastic. Did a great job. And, you know, DOGE continues, and by the time it's finished, we'll have numbers that'll knock your socks off. It's going to be, he did a fantastic job, and he didn't need it. He didn't need to do it.
Not really answering the question there, but joining us now, Eugene Robinson, the OG Eugene, Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist and MSNBC political analyst, and Sam Stein, managing editor for The Bulwark and an MSNBC contributor. Also the OG Sam Stein.
Probably not.
Just one of them. You know, Eugene, I want to start with you because, you know, there's a question to whether or not he's actually distancing himself because his businesses are bad or going, you know, there's been that impact. He obviously is done being a special government employee, but he's not going anywhere. So what was the impact of Elon Musk's 130 days as a special government employee?
You know, chaos, ruin, destruction. You know, there's a lot of impact. You know, I live here in the Washington area. There's a huge impact. I talk to my neighbors and you know, who either work for the government or used to work for the government or had government contracts or whatever. So it was a very huge impact on the administration, the bureaucracy of the federal government. To no apparent end in a lot of ways. I mean, to no good end in a lot of ways. But he definitely, you know, came in and he broke things and moved fast. And he didn't build anything reasonable in their wake, but he broke things.
Yeah, Sam, can you think of one deliverable, one concrete accomplishment that DOGE has that Elon can lay claim to that made government more efficient and effective? Because I think there was a lot of leeway at the very beginning. Americans approved of him coming in. They, you know, obviously he has a great record as an entrepreneur and engineer, and he had an opportunity, but did he squander the moment?
I'm sure there's something technical or clerical that DOGE will have done in the end. You know, maybe it's streamlining some sort of internal communication system at the VA or, you know, figuring something out that probably, you know, antiquated IT that really did need updating, and which DOGE probably would have been really good at. But in the end, that's incredibly overshadowed by the damage that he left in his wake. And Eugene's right, it's measured in the terms of people who were fired from their jobs in and around this town, government services that will be disrupted. But I can't get over, I think it was Bill Gates, might have been someone else, saying essentially what, for me, is the most memorable part of it, which is that the world's richest man spent a couple weeks destroying the lives of the world's poorest children. And what happened to USAID, which was his first real target, we will see the ramifications of that for decades. We have seen a real retrenchment in global leadership from the U.S. and also in terms of humanitarian aid that we offer people, and that will result in hundreds of thousands of deaths around the world. And I don't think we should sugarcoat that at all.
Deaths and increasing influence by China, which is filling the vacuum in some places. The one thing, you're absolutely right, the one thing Doge could have done, they could have fixed the federal government's IT.
Which I was hoping for. I was really hoping for that. Maybe they still can.
That is one thing that needed to be done. Still needs to be done, and they would have been good at that. But but that's
there was this really interesting story that didn't get much attention about Doge, but the person they put at the VA who came in there, he came from some sort of private sector background, and he was expecting to go in there and find this horrendous bureaucracy. And what he found out was that it was actually operating fairly efficiently, but what it needed was a sprucing up of the IT and some of the other HR components, and that's what they're doing. And the irony was they came in initially and tried to fire everybody, had to rehire people. It was chaotic. And so this is what Doge should have focused on.
I mean, one thing IT that they did do was hoover up all the personal information of millions of Americans. But Eugene, how much, Mr. Robinson, so that there's no confusion, Mr. Robinson.
Sorry.
So he's leaving. Musk is leaving at the appointed time. But how much of his leaving do you think is also related to the reputational damage that has been done to his companies, particularly Tesla, not just here in the United States, but around the world?
I think that's massively involved in his decision to very publicly say, I'm stepping away, I'm going back to my companies. Look, this is a huge challenge. I mean, Tesla has taken an enormous hit. And one thing that will linger is it used to be like cool and a good thing. People felt good about owning a Tesla. I have neighbors and friends who have Teslas. They don't feel good about owning a Tesla anymore.
Do any of them
they're not going to get another one. So,
do any of them have that sort of Aliens 2 Ripley tank,
the Cybertruck?
No, I don't know anybody who has what are they? The Cybertruck.
I do think, though, that the politics 101 of this, of Elon Musk could have come in and tried to do something very simple that made sense and just showcase it rather than just carnage. He missed that moment. I think now he is starting to get the politics of it a little more. Let's hear what he said on CBS this morning, because he is starting to try to distance himself from Trump as he needs to regain his business footing.
It's not like I agree with everything the administration does. It's difficult for me to bring that up in an interview because then it creates a bone of contention. So then I'm a little stuck in a bind where I'm like, well, I don't want to, speak out against the administration, but I don't want to. I also don't want to take responsibility for everything the administration is doing.
I mean, Sam, what it sounds like to me is, one, he doesn't want to go afoul of Donald Trump. But also, this is a man who has realized that it is often better to be an outside advisor and person who can call the president than someone who's like actually working with him and doing the work.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Of course it is. It is a. I think he probably will look back in the decision to join the administration with some regret, obviously. But it was very evident from the get-go. I mean, remember early on they had that fight over visas where he was on the wrong side, and then Trump had to come over to his side, and then, clearly he was at odds with him on tariffs because there was fights between the cabinet officials on that, and then on Doge there was cabinet official fights with Secretary Duffy and Rubio and him. Remember, Elon Musk is a foreigner who came over here, I believe, on a student visa, and now they are currently going after student visas. So, of course, there was always this incredible tension, but that's what you sign up for when you do this type of stuff. And so, I'm not surprised that he's speaking out now. I'm not sure how much of it is reputational versus how much of it is just like, I saw some stuff that I didn't really agree with, and like now I feel a little bit unburdened by that.
What did he get out of it?
Plus, his rockets are blowing up. So there's like a kind of a crisis in SpaceX right now. I mean, there are questions about whether this really is the right rocket to go to the moon. Does it work?
One has questions like that.
Is it too big not to fail? I mean, there are serious physics questions about this rocket.
Mr. Robinson, and I guess in the little time that we have left, I'm going to ask you a complicated question. But in Elon Musk's experience in Washington, is this yet another example of the businessman who thinks he knows how to do everything, and if only you bring that mindset to Washington, you can reform Washington, bring Washington to heel, and
when did it start? Herbert Hoover? I mean, maybe even before that.
Do you think he's a modern Ross Perot?
Ross Perot, Rex Tillerson came in with the same idea at the State Department. It's like, we're going to run it like a business. Well, it's not a business.
Right.
It's the government. It's different. And it's a different skill set. It's a different knowledge base, different staff, but they learn eventually. But
right.